Good morning. We've had a quiet morning. Had rain last night. The water bucket from the roof, we just let it drip. And the mosquitoes are really wanting to thrive in it. But they haven't started yet. So I'm going to plant up some seeds. And I want y'all to go with me. I'll turn the camera around. And we'll get started because I don't like chatty stuff. I just want to see what people are doing. So let's go. Let me turn this around. There's a Brootsy. Good morning. So you let that hanging basket get some rain. We haven't got hooks up for it yet. Everything. And look at that oak leaf hydrangea. Is it just gorgeous? There's Rowdy. He's got him a bone. Okay, let's go in here. Got the seed mix here, and I've moistened it with my rainwater. Gotten these little pots from Amazon. They're really nice. They have little buckets, and then they have lids, and they have lights that just snap in the top of it. I'll show you when we get there. Gotten my flower basket out, flower seed basket, and I think that we'll plant some zinnias. This is a Cinderella peach. I love the color peach, and Cinderella's really sweet. They have like these fluffy little blooms up in the center of the flower, and then they have the zinnia traditional petals in a peach. So I look forward to seeing those grow. I have some planted, I believe. Yes, I have planted those in the garden, but you just never know if they're going to come up, and so I'd like to try this and see I can plant some intentionally for maybe, we'll see where I plant them and if they come up. The second one I have are some sunflowers. The Pro Cut is really nice because you can cut them, you can cut any of them, but these don't make a mess of pollen on your linens or your table. And I did get the white lights. I'll have to Google, I don't remember if the white lights have a green center or a brown center, but they are a white colored petal. They're very pretty. And they are a single bloom, so once it's cut, it's done. There are some branching varieties, but they don't usually last in the vase well. But they are beautiful also. Everything has its own purpose. Calendula, as much as I love these, I don't care for the orange. Or I didn't used to. I'm having more orange now. And so I found an ivory. They're very good early. They bring in all of the good pollinators and the bugs that eat the bad bugs. But one year I was able to grow them well, and they said they would reseed, and they didn't, and I've had trouble getting them to go. So let's try it again. Let's always try it again. Digitalis, the pink gin. I love all of these long, tall flowers with individual flowers on the spike. They are poisonous of sorts. It is taken also to slow your heart rate down. People originally had this and found out, and people take digitalis for their higher heart rates nowadays. But anyways, they're poisonous if your animals eat them, but one don't eat them. So anyways, they just eat like meat scraps. They're not going to go out there and like, oh, let's eat this digitalis. But it is a biennial, so it may come up this year, but probably wouldn't blame to next year if I understand the word correctly. Also, Sweet Alyssum. So I believe this is just the white. And they are so pretty. I love them for the borders, and they go over the rocks. They're just so romantic and sweet. Scabiosa. And this is a blue. I have grown in the past every year. And you can reuse the seeds, and it's this purpley, neon, pinky purple. It's just beautiful. But blues, oh my goodness, the blues and purples in my garden just remind me of a lost time. Anyway, so I'm going to try these. See where we go. So let me put the camera up and see if I can manage doing this. So these are my little tools. Aren't they sweet? The little frog. My mama loves frogs. And then I got a little rabbit. So cute. So I've got some other little gadgets and things that are handy for me. So I just thought I'd bring that. And I was going through cleaning out and I found some old magazines. And while I can't be able to leave them out here for the humidity will ruin them, I just thought they were great. And you can find them because the original prices are $5. How much was this one? Some of them are like $12. And this was quite a few years ago. Yeah, this was $4.99. And this was in 2008. So I'm sure these magazines are twice the price. But it still has good information. And you can find them at yard sales and things like that too. So let's see if I set this up. And we'll go from here. That's a little too low. How about here? Let's see if the flowers will hold them up. Okay, there we go. Put my gloves on. I didn't used to wear gloves, but it seems like I have to go in the house really quick, so I really enjoy wearing the gloves now. So I'm going to fill this in. Get them all filled. And these little things are so nice because they're not hard to get out. They just pop up like that. So, and they're plastic, which I don't really care for plastic anymore, but it's not that soft plastic that you just keep filling up and throwing away and buying from the stores. J&C Greenhouse, where I usually get a lot of my plants just because they're right down the road. And I will return them. So I just bag them up. She's like, just throw them over the fence. So I really appreciate her doing that. It saves her money and saves the landfills too. My little table has a leather top, and we have plans of moving it somewhere else, or I do. So I keep this clean in between my efforts up here, but it's really been nice. You know, if you have a table surface, it seems to be a dropping place. And so either you learn to live with a mess, which some people do, or you can clean up after yourself, or you can make new surfaces to put more things on. So I have done all of the above. So I don't remember. I think I may have to, yeah, I'm going to have to not do one of those flowers because my lighting and kit system has for 5. So, and I think I mentioned 6. So we'll have to, I may wait on the celosia. It's kind of late in the season, and so I guess I could split it, but I usually tape the top and mark what flowers I have, which works until I take the lids off and not use the lids. So the lids have little lights in them. There's 3. 2 more. Listen to the birds. Just press it down a little bit. Just pack it a bit. Put some more over. Lots of cars I hear going. Today is Sunday. Lots of people in church. I should probably be there too, just not too people-y anymore. I do love the Lord. I know. Okay, I'll put this bucket down, and I'll put it in the sun where it will dry out, and I can reuse my soil, so it won't be it'll dry out so it doesn't mold, and I can reuse it. Okay, so let's see. This is, I'm going to take these off, they're wet. Just handling a little bit of dirt now, so. I got my little envelope a little wet, so lay that in the sun. Okay, this is Scabiosa Fama Deep Blue. Yeah, I love blue. See? I love the navy. These are nice. They have like resealable, like shot from Johnny's. See, they say they're perennials for zones 3 to 7. I believe we're 8B in southeast Oklahoma. So they don't come back, but the seeds dry really easily on the plant, and then I just gather them up and spread them. So anyways, I'm really anxious to see if I can get blue ones. And the seeds are really a nice size. Let's see. They're big enough to handle. So we'll just plant them. I'm going to put one in each. And you know, seeds have an expiration date, and they have to for packaging purposes or marketing purposes. But most seeds, if you keep them dry and cool, you can get many more years germination from them. I'm sure that it goes down every year a little bit, but it's a package of like 25 seeds, so goodness. So that is the Scabiosa, and the seeds are usually, you probably know, you plant them like 1.5 depth as long as the seed is, and you have to notice that on some of them they want light, so you wouldn't cover them up, which naturally we think, oh, they need to be covered up. So just really read your packaging. This one takes 10 to 12 days to germinate with the temperatures between 65 and 70. So ours are good like that. Let's see, it says 6 to 8 weeks before last frost. Barely cover it because the light aids in germination, see? So I'm gonna uncover those. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, let me find one more seed because I buried one and I don't know, can't find it. So I want to have good germination. Okay, let's try that. There we go. And I just kind of set the seed in the dirt, but didn't really cover it up, just kind of like press it in so when it starts growing roots, it's got something to go to.
Making a video?
I am, Papa. I'm planting some seeds.
Some what?
Seeds. Yeah. Papa's been out weeding the garden.
Yep.
Certainly pretty soon it'll get big enough that it'll shade it and the grass won't grow.
I doubt it's going to grow.
It's gonna grow. It's gonna grow. Papa gives it a wonderful life. Okay, so this is Sweet Alyssum, and it is easy to grow. It blooms spring to frost. Says you can transplant. That's recommended. Do not cover seeds. Light to germinate. So that's the second one. And look, they're gonna be tiny. Look, they put it in another package. a wet toothpick, and you will get one seed at a time on these tiny ones. And you can even make like a little aluminum foil tray. But I still enjoy this. Just a pinching. And I'm going to put a few seeds in each little cell. Oh, these will be gorgeous. They will just be mounds of blue. I know you're on Google search just looking for all of that. Okay. We got to move along. And here's some pink foxglove, which is digitalis. Sometimes I think, oh, I want foxglove, and then I want digitalis. It's like, you get a 2-in-1 plant. So let's see what it says. Short-lived perennial or biennial. Cut flowers for borders, masses, woodland plantings, cottage gardens. Yay, cottage gardens. Transplant recommended. Do not cover your seeds. They need light. Third one needs light. Oh, it's so funny. You look inside and it's like, ta-da, a tiny baby seed. Oh my goodness, look. Can you see? Look. You don't even see. That's the seeds that you get. Aren't they tiny? Like you've always heard that about an oak tree, you know? That little seed makes a mighty oak. Okay. These I'm just going to sprinkle. Feels like salt in your hands and your fingers. Just seasoning of life, huh? Okay. This seed starting, it's just a really good fine soil. It doesn't have any nutrients in it. So after they get their first set of leaves or second set of leaves in between there, you need to feed them because they will be really hungry and they have all the energy to burst and to grow, but you have to feed them. You can use a potting mix, and but I like the fine, especially like for those little baby seeds. Okay, let's do some white lights. Yep, white light. Sunflower, and those, I'm pretty sure that, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to bury these. These are the rules about the sunflower being that far deep. And let me tell you about sunflowers that I learned. The further apart, they're always going to be one size or the other. But you have control over making them smaller or bigger. And I love the big sunflowers, but when you try to put a large sunflower cut in a vase, it wants to droop. The head is so heavy. So if you plant them closer together, they won't be able to grow as big as they were supposed to initially, which I wanted for a vase, and I want to put it in the house. So if you want it out in the yard and you want it to be seen from a road and you want a bigger sunflower, then plant them further apart. So I thought that was really cool when I learned that tip. Okay, and the last one, zinnias. Transplant outside. They take 3 to 5 days, so it's really fun because you get busy and it's like, oh, they're not coming up. Oh, that's 10 days. It's almost a week and a half or so. So these come up in 3 to 5 days, so they're fun. And these little seeds, they're pretty good size. Where is it? Right there? See? They're pretty good size. They're nice to plant. And so I'll plant one of those in each little cell. Do you hear the birds? In that scripture, he will make the rocks cry out. And the birds just do. Okay. Now I'm going to step away and get the other little lovers I was talking about. So these are the little lids. See how I've planted them before. So I just tape in and put on the top what I have on them. For time's sake, I'll take them off later. So I'm just going to cover these like this. And where are the bottoms? Oh, they fell, didn't they? Which are really nice because, see, you can bottom water. So you put that there and put the little top. They snap lightly. And then this, you just plug it in. And it has 5 little lights. Cords. See, and they just go right into the top like this, and the light will shine. And it has holes where you can let air in or out. So I will do that. And look at those. Remember yesterday they were kind of floppy? And I said, let's just add some water to them. And they just came back. See on this side too. Yeah, it just came back so strong. I'm just really enjoying them. Thanks for joining me on Oki's Potato Garden. Y'all have a blessed day.